Alright, so welcome to Magic Wand Deck project number 3, phase 3, which is the upper deck. Right now, look at what we had here. We actually had to try to install these posts over here. And if you remember from the main floor, we're actually going to come back since we had some cracking going on here. Didn't quite feel like I got it secured enough and actually going to create some issues there. We're actually going to go ahead and cut all around the edges here. Remove that 8-inch cut all the way around. Plus, I'm going to have to replace a few tiles. Obviously, through the winter time, had some issues. One tile here. One tile here, one tile here. Looks like we just didn't quite survive the winter over here. So once again, that's the reason we're gonna be cutting out that whole edge all the way around the outside edge over here. That's 8 inches all the way around. Have that so it lips over the edge. Then go ahead and remount each one of these deck rail posts on top of that. So once again, these are 4. So we'll go ahead and put that metal plate, replace that that quarter round on the edge over there for the tile. We'll go and do a T-mold between the tile here. So I'm gonna put my finger here. So cut this right over here. Cover up this edge with basically kind of that T transition to go from here to that. I think I was looking at a 1/4-inch plate, steel plate going all the way to the edge, 8-inch by 1/4, all around the edge right here. So we'll go ahead and replace that over here. Try to prevent this little issue I had with trying to get these cuts here. Once again, so replace this towel, cut this over here, get that all ready to go. Go along this edge right here, take this all out. All around the edge. Once again, up here we don't actually have any access. We're gonna have a private access through this door right here. See if that's part of the project or not, but we actually want to cut this out, put in a door. Right now it's perfectly set. I think it's at what is it? But anyways, it's the same size frame as the actual door. It's a sliding door. Put a sliding door, come out. That's what we're looking at. Let's use this cut out here. But anyways, continue on here. Once again, just go ahead and cut all around the edge. Get rid of those. Get rid of my problem here with these little cracked tiles that we had. We'll go ahead and remount these deck posts ties, the deck rail posts on top of that metal plate. Notice over here we also have a bunch of this PT wood that's still uncovered. We want to get that all covered up with that basic cladding we had from downstairs. Just the LP siding going vertical. Copy that same design from down there, but make sure that's all covered up. Right here, this is supposed to be an open deck. We might try to cover that at some future time, but not right now. So that's just the main project up here. Once again, remove that 8-inch outer edge, cut all around the outside. And with that, once we get that all done, put that steel plate in there. Go ahead and drill the holes for the deck posts. Then go ahead and paint that plate. It's probably gonna be either white or black. Talk to the lady about that, see what she wants to do. But that's what we're gonna do for here, go all the way around the edge. And that's the project here. So if we got here, we got 4 posts here, 4 posts here, 4 posts there, and it's gonna be 4 posts over there as well. All those are gonna be mounted on top of that steel plate. That's gonna replace the outside 8-inch edge all the way around the edge. Last part on this over here, make sure we get this all the PT wood over here, pressure treat wood. Get that all cladded out in that LP siding so it matches the rest of the deck. Once again, that's all the way around here, on the edge over here. All this here, just get it all covered up, including the outside edge over here. So last part of this whole project over here, all the grouts again. This survived okay once again, but it's just a sanded grout. Should have put the epoxy in. So all these 1/4 inch, that's about an 1/8 inch grout. All throughout here, this is a 12-foot by 28-foot deck. So each one of these lines right here, that's 28 feet, 28 feet. Then every 2 feet, you're gonna have these going across. I'll calculate it for you and figure out what the linear feet is, but all that has to be removed and replaced with that epoxy. So make sure this stands up all right. But other than that there should do it. Oh, one last little part. Do have to finish up the wall over here. Same detail over here, so we actually have that metal trim. We're gonna have a 4-inch tile along the backside here, then go ahead and put a baseboard that's waterproof. So the water flows off of here, flows off the deck, goes off here. Right now I already have the nice little drip. So you can tell over here, all the water came off, nice and clean. Just have to get it past my deck posts over here. Okay, there we go. Once again, the project for this upper here is to repeat. We're gonna cut off 8-inch all the way around the edge. Replace that with that 1/4 inch by 8-inch steel plate. Mount all these deck posts on here, so we can actually wire that on there. So this is a wire rope deck railing on top of here as well. As soon as we get those in there, we need to actually install from this wall to this post, from this post on top of all of these guys here to that post, top of all these little deck posts over here, all the way to the wall. That's that 5 foot by 2 foot. It's gonna be 5 inch by 2 inch by 1/8" tube, steel tube. We'll paint that all black to make it match. But once again, that's gonna sit on top of these rails. I'll tie right in over here after this has been cladded out. That'll tie into our post so we can actually have it nice and secure so it doesn't move. Once again, there is a post over here, so when you wire it, it doesn't actually, the wires don't actually engage the post. They'll be engaging just the deck posts all the way around. So it'll be a wire rope deck railing with the deck rail post being that 5" by 2" by 1/8" square tube, that tubing, steel, mounted on top of this, all around over here, and that's going to tie back into this wall, so we should be nice and secure. And that right there should be the phase 3 project. Good luck.